EVs have always been about safety and sustainability, but lately these cars have been anything but safe. Just last year, we witnessed a Tesla reigniting post-crash and a fire in Australia caused by a single lithium-ion battery. Are EVs exploding in shocking numbers? Let's find out. Explosions have affected various EVs from simple e-bikes to high-end Tesla cars. This is terrible for the EV industry. The market was already struggling with the high cost of these cars, and the supply chain problems. On top of that, the charging infrastructure still isn't as good as it should have been. So when you pile on these fires to the problems that already existed, you can see why the industry is in trouble. Was the loss of lives the only danger from these high-profile fires? Nope! These incidents could also slow down the progress of electric transportation. Back in April 2022, a Tesla caught fire after crashing into a tree in New Hampshire. But it didn't just stop there. The car's fire reignited while it was being towed. Just think about how terrifying that must have been. And then back in August 2022, BMW had to issue a recall for BMW i4 and BMW iX because of these safety concerns. The German carmaker issued a recall due to a potential fire risk associated with their batteries. Then in September 2023, in Australia, a horrible incident occurred. A fire broke out in a holding yard near Sydney Airport, destroying 5 vehicles. The fire was ignited by a lithium-ion battery that was removed from an MG ZS EV. The intense heat of the fire, fueled by materials inside the battery, destroyed the MG and the 4 cars parked next to it. This shows that electric car batteries can be super dangerous, and we need better ways to put out fires from them. Should we only be concerned about battery explosions then? Not at all, because there can also be fires caused by accidents, just like the incident that took place in an e-bike repair shop near New York's Chinatown in June 2023. This fire actually ended up killing 4 people. Wait, how dangerous are these explosions? Last year, there were a total of 13 deaths in New York City due to lithium-ion battery fires, which was more than double the number of related incidents in 2022. China is the biggest EV market in the world right now, accounting for 60% of the global EV sales. And as expected, lots of electric cars are catching fire in China, and that has got people worried, especially car companies like General Motors, Ford, and Hyundai. These brands are already spending lots of money to recall cars and fix safety problems. Reports say that more than 19,000 electric cars have caused fires in the country. Most of these cars are from BYD, a big EV manufacturer in China. What does this mean for the EV industry? Well, people are now talking about EV safety, especially about how important it is to make sure EVs are safe, and for manufacturers to do proper quality checks. One alarming incident occurred in Fujian, Jiangxi, where a parked EV suddenly burst into flames, with footage showing debris flying onto the street, almost hitting the people walking by. Another viral video from Jiangsu province showed 2 women jumping out of a moving electric car on a highway due to a fire, showing just how dangerous owning one of these cars can be. Even though EVs are usually safer than regular cars, these fires are making people worry. These incidents have received a lot of media attention, slowing down EVs' widespread acceptance. It's one thing to be scared of your car exploding, but is monetary loss the only concern right now? Nope. You see, even getting the EV to the dealership can be dangerous. In July 2023, a fire broke out on a cargo ship carrying almost 3,000 cars off the coast of the Netherlands. 1 person lost their life, and many others were injured. What started the fire? One of the 25 EVs that were being transported along with all the other cars. The fire got so intense that it burned for days. But why are EV fires so bad? The issue lies in their lithium-ion batteries. These batteries work by allowing lithium ions to move, which lets the battery charge and discharge. Sometimes if the batteries are damaged or faulty, they can get too hot and cause what's called thermal runaway. Confused? Let us explain. That's what happens when the temperature keeps increasing on its own and can become very dangerous. And then when one cell burns, it ignites the cell next to it. Then that cell ignites the one next to it, and the process continues. Thermal runaway can make these batteries explode, leading to fires that are difficult to put out quickly. Are fires the only thing caused by thermal runaways? It gets worse. The kind of event also makes the batteries release toxic gas into the atmosphere. According to Daniel Flynn, chief fire marshal in New York, these fires can spread incredibly fast, going from nothing to a massive fire in just seconds. He compares them to fires caused by arson or gas leaks because of how quickly they spread. Wait, why can't firefighters just put out these fires? Well, the problem is that EV batteries are very deep inside the vehicles, making it challenging for firefighters to access them. And to combat EV fires, firefighters now need specialized training and equipment. They need to know the specific location of the battery pack in each type of electric vehicle, and use large amounts of water to cool the batteries and prevent thermal runaway. Are EV companies not aware of these problems? They are. Porsche is working to resolve the issue. The German company has patented an external display system that gives first responders essential information through a QR code. This includes details about the car's safety features, diagrams of high-voltage cables, and whether the battery pack has been disconnected. Sure, it doesn't entirely prevent the fires, but this resource can be super helpful during rescue operations. One of the biggest reasons for these fires is the battery damage. Battery damage in electric vehicles can happen in different situations, such as during a crash or if the battery gets wet, as seen during hurricanes like Ian and Sandy. The e-bike fires in New York were caused by poorly made batteries, where manufacturers didn't properly construct a vital part called the separator. This separator is a barrier that keeps the different parts of the battery from touching each other while still allowing electricity to flow. Many separators are made of a special kind of plastic, which can be tricky to make. When the separator fails, it also allows energy to flow uncontrollably, which heats the battery's fluid and can cause it to boil over. Then this built-up pressure inside the battery can lead to a fire. These fires are especially risky because they can easily start again. Even after firefighters think they've put them out, this is because of the residual heat and chemical reactions within the battery cells. So e-bike riders and EV drivers should know just how dangerous their vehicles can be, especially if they're not made properly. People who use electric bikes often buy extra batteries, sometimes ones that don't match or have been refurbished. This is extremely dangerous as well, and it's also a reason behind many of these fires. Some people even take risks by charging these worn-out batteries in unsafe ways. They might plug them in at home or at sketchy businesses that offer charging services using makeshift setups, like plywood cubbies. This practice is extremely dangerous because it can lead to fires that are impossible to put out. Charging batteries in such risky ways is like throwing a hand grenade into your home. It's extremely dangerous, and the government really needs to take action quickly to prevent accidents. Because here's the thing, not only have lives and property been lost due to these fires, but it's also putting a strain on finances. So, what's the future of EVs and fires? Well, the German company, Audi, is working on enhancing safety features for battery packs. They're considering adding more sensors to detect high temperatures in cells, and automatically shutting them down to prevent thermal runaway. On top of that, the company is also testing systems to flood the battery pack with flame-extinguishing agents. So, the recent increase in electric vehicle fires raises concerns not just for car makers and insurance companies, but also for the general population. These accidents could lead to financial losses because of warranty and liability issues. On top of that, negative media coverage might make people skeptical of electric vehicles, despite their environmental benefits. The fear of potential fires could harm public confidence and stop potential buyers from choosing electric vehicles. This might end up overshadowing the positive impact EVs have on the environment. What do you think, though? Do you think buying an EV is worth the risk? Let us know in the comments and hit that glowing subscribe button for more videos like this.